Strawberry shortcake could be described as, I guess, a humble dessert built on a biscuit. But my next guest is turning it into a showstopper of a cake. Just look at this. Topped with a gorgeous blanket of fresh whipped cream, it's the perfect grand finale to any summer meal. Chelsea McPherson and I were just crying over the end of summer. So let's not talk about a finale meal.
I know,
let's just talk about a dessert that will stretch us through the rest of summer.
Exactly.
The long days of summer, right? Yeah, we're those moms swiping our eyes like,
I know,
school, don't
sad.
start,
Yeah.
don't start. She joins me in the kitchen to share her recipe for strawberry shortcake cake. What makes this recipe different from the rest?
Oh, do you know strawberry shortcake? I mean, usually you have all these little biscuits and things, but I needed a cake a little while ago to celebrate a birthday of a sibling. She loves strawberry shortcake, and I was like, I'm not making a ton of little individual ones. Let's make something really pretty. I actually made 3 of them. We had them on different cake stands, different heights, and I was like, that is the coolest dessert. It really is a showstopper.
It's gorgeous. So, I mean, I just keep wanting to stare.
Pretty.
And then as you deconstruct it from a baker's eye, it's fairly simple to assemble, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Okay, the batter itself, you start with a cake mix?
Yes, we do. Okay, so, well, not a cake mix, cake flour.
Oh, okay.
So we're using cake flour rather than regular all-purpose flour. It just gives it this very fine crumb. It makes a cake very tender.
So you can tell the difference in texture.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. And then I decided to use powdered sugar in this because I thought we're going so fine here. I want powdered sugar. I want everything to just really be very, very light.
I wish I knew enough to make calls like that in the kitchen, but instead I'll just take your advice.
Yeah, well,
I'll accept your marching orders and do what you tell me.
All right,
okay.
we'll go with that. So I've got my powdered sugar, my cake flour, and I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder in there. I'm just gonna give it like a teeny tiny little stir.
Okay.
And then I love using brown butter in this recipe.
Yes.
So this is room temperature, so I have browned it and then I let it come to room temperature there. I know it looks kind of funky, but brown butter just makes everything delicious and incredible.
We hear this all the time. So you can do it in advance, though?
Yes. Yep. So I've browned it and then I just let it sit for a while, come to room temperature.
How long can you save brown butter?
I mean, I save it in my fridge and I use it on everything.
I mean, so it just, it's butter, but it just carries the flavor.
Yeah.
The warmer.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That little toasted.
Yeah.
I don't, people call it like nutty, like a toasted
Bakers and chefs get so romantic.
I know.
With their brown butter.
Sorry. Like
no,
I'm gushing.
I love
gushing
it. I've learned to stop
butter.
challenging and just let people.
And just let it ride.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm also putting almond extract in here because I just love, I'm like, make this guy flavorful.
Yeah.
Like this is not gonna be a boring cake.
Yeah.
Make it very flavorful. You can use vanilla extract. I love using, I get this vanilla bean paste. And I just, that might be a little much, but who cares?
But when have you gone wrong with almond and vanilla?
Really,
no one's gonna complain about that.
No, they're not. And then we've got whole milk, half a cup of whole milk in there. And we're gonna put our egg in there. We're
I thought you were going to go for the one-handed crack on TV.
What?
Always brave. Always brave.
No, I'm not that brave. I'm absolutely not that brave at all. And we're just going to mix this guy around.
And do you always hand mix it, or would you use a mixer?
Do you know what? Because it's so easy and simple, then I just go with my hand on this one.
All right.
I definitely need my mixer and my beaters for the whipped cream.
Okay.
And so I've got my cake pan ready.
Yep.
I buttered it. Then I floured it, and then I also put the wax paper down.
You're not messing around.
No, I'm like, you just don't want that guy to stick, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's so pretty, and it's kind of that naked cake look, which is so popular.
Yes,
and so I'm like, we don't want it to stick. So I probably could have used beaters, but we're just gonna.
After I asked that, after I pinned you down,
I'm like,
I went all investigative journalism on you. What are you using? How are you mixing it?
And see, that's not a lot of batter.
Perfect.
It's just one layer, one layer cake. So we're gonna put that in there. We're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for about 20 to 22 minutes.
And it comes out like this.
And it comes out looking like this guy right here. So I let it cool in the pan completely. I love that wax paper helps keep that top looking really nice there on the cake.
Let's talk, you did your whipped cream.
Yes.
Nice stiff whipped cream. Let's talk strawberries. Oftentimes a strawberry shortcake recipe calls for lemon, but I noticed you were cheering the lime.
I am, I totally am. You're gonna ask why. Like,
she's like, I see it coming.
I'm ready.
Why? Why lime?
Because I had lemons in my kitchen and limes, and I looked at the lemon and reached for it and thought, nope. lime, because everyone expects lemon. So now we're gonna go
You did
lime.
one of these.
We're gonna go lime.
Yeah,
We're gonna go lime and
okay.
just shock everybody just like a teeny tiny bit.
Well, I'm trying to think of just the subtle palate difference, maybe a little more
totally.
tartness, but a little more brightness.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, and to get some of that zest in there, I think it's just something that people aren't. They're expecting the lemon, and then they hit the lime, and they're like,
oh,
"Ooh, nice."
Don't mind that. In fact, I like that quite a
Yep,
bit.
totally. Should we see how strong I am?
You are strong.
I'm like not that strong.
Girl. So is this like
Not
what?
that strong.
A pound
So-
of strawberries?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We've got about 2 cups, a pound of strawberries cut up, and then we've got a tablespoon. I'm using powdered sugar.
Okay.
I just decided this whole recipe, from the batter to the strawberries to the whipped cream, powdered sugar.
It's gonna
you
be
only
light.
have to get 1 sugar out of your cupboard.
Okay, now
So there you
talk
go.
us through the art of the pile of the,
Okay.
of the grand
Well, why
dollop.
don't can we decorate this
Sure,
one?
let's
Can we
do
do
it.
that? Do you want to do it?
No.
Really?
Do you want to do it?
Sure.
Okay, good answer. Because if mine doesn't
What
come
if
out
I
looking
said
like that,
no?
I'm going to be very disappointed. So how you just kind of plop?
Oh, you just plop.
Okay.
Like you just go for it. You just plop.
Uh-huh.
And I kept the whipped cream, again, very, very light. I didn't want to over whip it. So we're keeping that whipped cream really light.
Yep.
Pile it on.
Yes, just go. And then you pointed out we're using just the strawberries today to kind of send us sail to summer, but with the 24th of July and the previous 4th of July, you
Yep.
could actually add some blueberries.
Add berries, yeah.
For a red,
well,
white, and
maybe
blue.
on this one we should. Let's
Okay.
add some berries to
Okay,
this one.
all right.
We're gonna do a little lime zest
What
too.
is happening?
Oh, guys, I love that. That's
Has
like my
anyone
favorite.
seen-
Oh,
have you
that's my
seen this?
favorite kitchen tool. I didn't know that that was weird, but this is literally my
What?
favorite little kitchen tool
Did you
ever.
pull this from the Barbie house? This is fantastic.
Oh
If that's a thing, I didn't know about it.
You're so cute. I love this. It is my favorite because don't you ever need just like a little bit of cheese on
Yeah.
something? I'm like this guy.
Where
No.
did you get that?
I have no idea.
That is a hoot. That is
I don't
hilarious.
remember. I've had it forever, and I just love him.
Okay,
I
people
love
could be
him so
yelling at
much,
the
so-
screen saying, Brooke, it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me because that only lives in my daughter's Barbie house. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
All right, we
cute
got
little
about
guy.
30 seconds.
Okay,
We pile on.
We're gonna pile it on. We're gonna pile on.
Yep.
These berries, the fresh strawberries, and then the blackberries and the
The juice
blueberries.
is starting to run. I'll help you with the
Oh,
blue.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, get 'em on there.
This is
Mint
beautiful.
is really pretty.
On top?
Yep.
Okay.
Just
All right,
for a little
Chelsea.
green on there.
Chelsea, you're the best. Sorry.
No, you're
Blueberry.
good.
Blackberry.
good.
Run away. How do we get more recipes from you?
So find me on Instagram. It's chels.eats_.
Okay.
I also have a blog, chelseats.blog.
Chelsea Eats. Be sure to give her a follow for more fantastic recipes like this. We're going to milk summer as long as we can.
Yes, we are.
We'll link you over to her website and her Instagram, so be sure to click and follow along. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Can't wait to try that and make that.